Hello, everybody. Of course, as I get on, I need to cough. I am in the process of being on the tail end of a head cold. I did a Q&A in my group, Soulful Empowerment, and these are going to be the answers to that, and I'll share it over there. First, I'd really invite you to take a moment to ground. So feel into the energy of taking a breath. I am in gratitude I can breathe through my nose. I'm inviting all aspects of self, mind, body, and soul, and all other aspects to be willing to receive and share, to accept, trust, and believe, to feel into the power of the I am with the I am open, with no expectations, and no limitations, and a conscious awareness, I am creating my outcome. Now, do understand that I may not see your comments here, and I will come back to you after I go through the other questions and take a look on my computer to see if there's been any other questions. So the first question that I have is from Sherry, and I believe we're about a minute in. Sherry asks, a new past life has just come into my awareness. Why? What is the purpose of me knowing about this lifetime now? Interesting enough, I love the why question, first of all. I often, let me rephrase that. When a past life shows up, it is because something that you're living in this current lifetime is being brought to light, or that something from the past life is wanting to be brought to light so that you can see, one, how far you've come, or to collect the information that you learned in that lifetime. So there's many different reasonings behind that. What is the purpose of me knowing about this lifetime now? I answered that just now. Let me just see if there's anything else that wants to come through with that. Okay, you know what? I'm going to speak from personal experience. I've seen two past lives, which are really quite a bit different from what my lifetime is here in this lifetime. And one of those lifetimes, I actually was unable to live my life enjoying what I wanted to enjoy, like speaking freely. And in that past life, that speaking freely meant that I was putting myself in harm's way. I am now living in a lifetime that I can speak freely in a different manner. And I'm talking about the spiritual aspect of my life. So that is why that past life showed up. And it showed up a couple different times over these last 8 years or so to show me just how much freedom I have compared to where I was back then. So that's one of the reasons why that lifetime showed up. Another past life that showed up, it was like the life in between, I guess you could say. And in that lifetime, that's where dragons were very much a part of my life. And there was a reason, again, why that showed up. It was to show me the counsel that I was, I feel like saying the word beholden to at that time. However, what ended up happening in that lifetime is I had the courage to tell the council that times were changing and things were shifting, and to be looking at things from a different perspective. So that's why that lifetime showed up, is to really allow myself to be naturally who I am in this lifetime. So hopefully that helps you, Sherry. I see you're on here watching me live right now. So hopefully that helps you with that, about the past life that has just come into my awareness. Why and what is the purpose of me knowing about this lifetime now? And that third piece of it was the new information coming in, right? Beautiful. EC, how can I protect my home, especially my child, from negative or rather distressing energies? They even come from relatives with strong bonds to us. So this is answered about 5 minutes in. EC, how can I protect my home? Oh, you know what? So I've already answered all these questions, and I created a video in the Soulful Empowerment around this. And when I went back to go look at it, there was no sound at all in it. I very vividly do recall saying, though, for you, EC, and to anybody else who's dealing with different negative energies and that, it's the beautiful pink bubble effect is really, really magical. As well as one of the mantras I use, and I actually opened up this grounding with the I am open with no expectations and no limitations. That is another piece of that. However, that stepping into protecting my home, especially my child, from negative, I pink bubble. This is something that I heard, oh gosh, probably 15 years ago. Stuff about pink bubbles, and maybe it was sooner than that. Maybe it was only about 10 years ago. However, I believe it's been around for a very long time. And I pink bubble myself all the time. I pink bubble myself. I pink bubble my husband. I pink bubble our vehicle when we're in our vehicle. I pink bubble, whatever's around, I will pink bubble so that it has this beautiful boundary that's created when you create this pink bubble that keeps this beautiful energy inside and wards off the negative energy, right? And even with the relative with strong bonds to us, you can pink bubble them as well. Pink bubble them separately. I know you could collectively pink bubble your daughter. You can pink bubble yourself. You can pink bubble yourselves together. Individually, I energetically feel I really like the individual one, because then that person has the pink bubble around them. And then you can also have a pink bubble around your mom, you see. And a pink bubble around the three of you, a pink bubble around you and your mom, a pink bubble around you and your mom and your daughter as well. So pink bubble the house, pink bubble wherever you go, you can pink bubble. And I find that this is a really effective way, actually. And then stepping into the faith and trust and belief that this is working, right? Because it is often our human mind that is allowing these other energies to come in, okay? Thank you, EC. Mary. What element am I missing to step into the flow? Now, if memory serves me correctly, and I want to answer from what I said before, and then also to tap in to see if there's anything else coming in. The element that was missing for you to get into the flow, I believe, was wind. And there's something really magical about the element of wind. Feel into the partnership with wind. Feel into the partnership of speaking your truth. I know that you're in the process of creating questions. Feel the power of wind from your voice. Notice I'm pointing at the throat chakra. From your voice to another's ear. Feel how that the magic of your question is flowing in the wind. And if it feels like it's resisting the wind, if it feels like it's flowing in the wind, that would be very, very magical for you as well. You are really starting to shift into this beautiful energy of moving from this human dimension, this human way of thinking, and into a broader, more expansive way of thinking. And I'm loving witnessing this for you, Mary. So when I invite you to witness wind, really shift into the wind. And I'm not even sure if that's what you meant by your question. What element am I missing to step into flow? That is the element that is coming up. You have the Sacred Spiral deck. Put all the wind cards down, face down, shuffle them, put them all down, face down, and then energetically feel which card is inviting you to witness it, and take a look at the invitation of that card in the book, okay, in the actual little book. So I'm talking about this deck, for those of you who are unaware. It's my deck, the Sacred Spiral Oracle, okay, and in the book, it's the cards are 1 to 45, and there's 4 elements. The 4 elements are on the backs of the deck, and they are earth, wind, fire, and water. And yeah, so just laying down the element of wind cards and feeling energetically which one is inviting you, and then looking at the invitation on that card. Okay, Mary? Next comment or question is from Gladys. And interestingly enough, she literally wrote, I am. And when I feel into the energy of that, I invite you to feel into the power of what I am is. The I am is comes from a chakra, like it's the 20th or 21st chakra, above our crown chakra, like it's way up there, and it is an extremely powerful one. It's like how do I want to word this, or how does it want to be seen? It's like this direct connection to the powers that be. Know that you are the power that is, and you can connect into the powers that be. And it is with that I am statement. So if you say I am something, then that is what you are creating. So be consciously aware, Gladys, of what you're saying behind that I am. Okay? I know that I've had a quite the cold, head cold. Just a second, I'm just going to let her know. Someone was just attempting to call me, and I want to play with you guys first. When I step into the energy of this head cold, I want to be good health. So I'm playing in the energy of I am good health. I am really recognizing, even here how powerful that is. I am recognizing that when I've gone to tell somebody that I have a head cold, that I really dislike even saying I have a head cold, because I want to be on the other side of the head cold. So I really am consciously aware of what I'm saying with the I am and the power of what that is. So I am embodying the inner dragon energy. I am evolving with that. I am a visionary. I am grounded. I am healthy. I am good health. My health today is way better than it was yesterday or the day before even. So really be consciously aware of what you're saying behind the I am. I'm sure you probably had an entire question and you thought you had put down the entire question. This was a beautiful thing to be, even just as a standalone, Gladys. So I'm glad you at least have that in there. Okay. So the next question is from Joyce. Okay, Joyce, bear with me. My cord's lying here in the way as well. She says, like Mary, I keep feeling I am missing something. Notice she says I am missing something. If you are stating it, you are doing it. Okay. As I take action for my life purpose, what elements do I need to see or do? That's a place to start right there. The what I wrote with the I am missing something. Okay. So first of all, it's understanding what life purpose is and what is life purpose for you. Okay. What is life purpose for me? What is life purpose for everybody? Truly, it is to find joy in life. It is to be happy and to find joy in our life. I had a beautiful conversation with someone yesterday, and they really said that joy and happiness are two different things, two different emotions, and recognize the difference behind that, okay? I know I can be very happy, but man, when I am in joy, my body sings, right? So as I take action for my life purpose, again, questioning, what is your life purpose, Joyce? What resonates for myself is being in joy, being happy. What elements do I need to see or do? Be conscious of the things that you're saying, okay? That's what's energetically coming through from what I'm reading here. I'm going to see if there's anything else, Joyce. And you know, I'm getting this ribbon of water. And the ribbon of water is on my right side, but it's also higher up. It's at this level. And it doesn't mean that it's that deep. I'm seeing it here at the eye level, like a ribbon of water coming through. What is right side versus left side for you? For myself, right side is present day energy, meaning this lifetime that we are living in right now. Okay, so when you tap into the energy of that water and the ribbon and the life that you're living in now, that makes entire sense, everything that I've said before to you, Joyce, because it's you consciously changing how you're moving forward in this lifetime to get what you want. And you know, when we think about what you want, have a dream, have a vision. I know what I would like to be doing. I've been thinking about this for years. I'm still thinking about it, and I will be thinking about this for decades to come. And that is me and my husband mountain biking wherever we darn will want to mountain bike. And having the mountain bikes to do it, etc., etc. And that brings me joy. Man, mountain biking with my husband brings me so much joy. So the things that I do in my life are automatically shifting and providing the pathways for that to occur. So figure out or allow yourself to dream or to imagine what your life would be like if you were doing what you wanted to be doing. Okay, that's a really big one. Really, I love that question. Thank you so much. Okay, so Alejandra. 31, 15 minutes. Okay. Well, I have to live with my friend for a while. Alejandra asks if she has to live with her friend for a while. It's interesting because I know the other day when I first did this, I saw a calendar, and I'm seeing that calendar again. And the last time that I did this, the day that I did it, like this, I'm showing that these questions were 4 or 5 days ago. So it was probably 3 days ago or 4 days ago that I did it, and there was no sound. I remember saying something about a calendar flipping over a page. Whether that was a month on that calendar or whether that was a year on the calendar, I was unaware, but it was one calendar page, right? That calendar page is no longer flipping. It is a stagnant calendar page. What does that mean? Okay, that can mean many things. That could mean that you're unsure how to move forward, but energetically what I'm feeling is that it's in this cycle. So this cycle, I'm feeling more like it's the month versus a year. However, it's also really recognizing how you are the person creating your outcome. Okay, so it's like the when I answered the I am for Gladys, start to put it out there what you're doing. I want to tell you that I wrote in my my book from the beginning of last year that money loves living with me. I have come to realize that there are little pockets of money everywhere that I go now. And it's because I was writing and I was thinking about this all the time. And it's really interesting because that money loves living with me, and that I still have bills, I still have things that come up. However, it's really fascinating where I am in a financial abundance space because of saying that and doing that for the past year. So step into the energy of what you want, Alejandra, and start to say it, start to speak it, start to write it. Okay? Being very conscious of what you're saying and very conscious of what you're writing. I was just going to attempt to move my laptop with my thumb. That's not going to work. Okay, a few more comments. Let's see who else is on here. Okay. Joan. I should have a drink of my fluid here as well. That feels good. Okay, so Joan is asking, what is holding me back from moving forward with the business aspects of my life? I seem to put it on the back burner. It's the follow through and the showing up. Okay. I look at where I am now and I'm amazed at how far I am. Okay. I kept showing up. Doesn't mean that my business is, how do I want to word this? My business supports itself now. which it never used to do. Okay. And it is because I kept showing up for it. So show up for your business. Step into the energy of that business aspect of yourself. Keep asking the questions and doing the small things. Oftentimes we think that our business needs to be all of this, when everything that we've already got in place is really magical, and we negate that by ignoring that. So what is holding me back from moving forward with the business aspects of my life? I seem to put it on the back burner. Do a spread. Do a spread on the past, present, and future of the business aspect of yourself, not your business. Again, I think this is very much like personal life or spiritual journey or health journey. We tend to look outside at why our things are not coming our way, when it's inside ourselves that we are being asked to or invited to take a look at. So take a look at what that is for you with regards to yourself. So when you do a past, present, and future pull of cards, or an oracle book reading, past, present, and future, it is about yourself, your business aspect, like the part of you that is the business person. Okay, that's what's coming through, is to take a look at that. And if something strikes you in that past, present, and future, do an automatic writing on that. Okay, on that. And automatic writing, I think you might know, but I'll say it for whoever else is listening and needs to hear this. An automatic writing is when you write for 25 minutes or so about a specific question, and you just keep asking the question throughout, and you will go into this automatic writing that is coming from your soul energy versus your head energy. Okay, I love that. Sarah's question was beautiful. I actually answered hers in person. What I'll do is say what she asked. How do I know if I'm making the right decision? Her and I had a really incredible in-depth conversation, and I know exactly what it was with regards to, and I mentioned looking at what brought them to that point in their life, and if everything had and noticing that everything had come to fruition, the reason why they were where they were. And therefore, that next step, it was the right decision for them to make, because it was moving forward now, because they could have stayed where they were and and possibly frivol life away, I guess you could say. Instead, they've stepped into this next step. And it's really magical what's unfolded in the last 3 days, because that's what it says here, 3 days. It's really been magical to witness what's happened in the last couple of days because of that. Orange spirit, orange butterfly, I mean. Oh, I love this. What does spirit want me to know? A beautiful soul went on and said, our vibration is going up new dimensions. Love that. Thank you for answering that for her, Gladys. That was beautiful. Let's see. 23 minutes in. Oops. Okay, so you asked, what does spirit want me to know? Orange butterfly. You know, it's so interesting, because the first thing that I'm energetically feeling is this really bizarre dream I had, and it's probably induced by the head cold, because weird things happen when you're unwell, right? So anyway, there was this little creature in my dream, and this all had to do with around our van. We have a van that we've camperized. We love going places in it because it actually brings us joy to go mountain biking in this. So notice the theme through here: finding joy, finding purpose, finding happiness. So what spirit wants me to know, that's your question, orange butterfly. There was a little creature in there, and it was fascinating, because I was on a call yesterday and I was describing this little creature, and I described it as a very big fat caterpillar. And by big and fat, I mean it was probably a foot long, maybe even longer, and probably 6 or 8 inches in circumference. And and I left it at that. And I'm realizing after the fact that that isn't what it actually was, that it actually had little arms and legs, that it actually had this really interesting little face. And like I could picture how it was curled up and, what's the word I want to use here? How it was taking care of itself as it was curled up. And as it moved out of my van and down onto the ground, it stood back up and it leaned its head on me. And really energetically, I just felt this beautiful, magical connection of love and support with it. Like there was just so much love pouring from it. And that's what Spirit wants you to know right now, is how fully supported you are, that sometimes we see things in one way and we're being asked to recognize that they might actually be in a different way. They're coming in a different way. Okay. Yeah. So very, very powerful call. I'm just going to switch over to this feed and see if anybody's written any questions, because it tends not to come through on my phone. And I just want to make sure that if you've written any questions in here, that I actually catch them. And I'm seeing only my own comment on there. And I'm sure hoping I can hear it. Yay! Okay, have a magical rest of the day. Thank you guys for your patience. I did answer all those questions a couple days ago. Then I discovered that the video had absolutely no audio, so I threw it out. And then I got the head cold. However, you guys have all been on my mind to come in and re-answer this for you. So there you go. Have a magical rest of the day.